What's up, guys, and welcome to Ívar's Fly Workshop. Today we'll be tying the Teeny Nymph by Jim Teeny. As you know, Jim Teeny is an angler that is known kind of all around and runs his own company producing products like fly lines and stuff. I think I have like a couple of lines from Teeny. I like them, like a fast sinking line from Jim Teeny. But the fly we are going to tie today is it's rather simple. Built up on the fly, we are using an Ahrex hook for this, the classic wet fly barbless number 12, and I'm using a Nano silk 30 denier from Semperfli. And as a matter of fact, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, of course. And you will find the pattern of the fly in the video's description down below. And you will also find some information if you want to support the channel. I would really appreciate that. Not that I'm going bankrupt or anything, but we'll use all the donations to improve our stuff, like filming, not filming, but the making better photos for the thumbnails. That's the next step we are working on. Gathering money for a new lens on my like a macro lens on my Canon camera. The legs and body of this fly is made out of just the pheasant tail, and the rib of the fly, it's a Semperfli copper wire. Actually, this feather isn't necessarily the best I have, but it'll do for this fly. There are many variations actually how you can tie this fly. There is not one particular method that's more correct than the other, but I had a look at couple of videos on guys making this fly, Dave McPhail and the feather bender, and I tied it a few times, and this is my method. So I'm not tying it like Dave McPhail or the feather bender, but I'm tying it in my own way, and we'll see how that goes. So we attach the first portion of the pheasant tail, and you have to wrap that around the hook shank. Carefully, you have to hold it like this so it's not gonna spin off. Move the thread every time before we'll lock it in with our thread. So we'll lock it in right here, and you see the legs of the fly, they are facing forwards, even on kind of on the top, not where we want them, but there is like a kind of quite easy method to get them to face downwards and backwards to where we want them to face. So first of all, we start to kind of turn them, twist them a little bit, and the length of them is estimated about to be the length of this rear body of the fly. I'll just twist them a few times, get them down to where I want them, take the thread in front of them, have to twist them, push them backwards, because that is where we do want to have them. It might be a little tricky, but this is my method. As you see, you get them here, like so, and you'll push them back, hold them with your fingertips, and push them back again. It's not like as I said, it's not like a really big deal working with the legs, and as you see, they're facing backwards, just in about the length of the body. We'll keep the wire there. We're not going to use a wire or wrap the wire forward yet. We are using the same material for the front part of the body. And yeah, Nathan, I'm wearing the shirt I bought, the Bolt shirt. If you're watching, I should wear some other shirt because like white and blue colored, it doesn't necessarily go too well as a background. It has to have one solid color for the background of the videos. But I bought this shirt in Florida a few weeks ago. Had a really nice trip over there with great people. Great people, the best people you can imagine. So, measuring the leg's length, so it'll be the shank length, like from the rear part. So we'll adjust them like this. So they are going to be facing backwards too. Then we'll tie this in, get our thread base in front, and then we'll start to wrap this thing forward. And we have to cover this gap here, this tiny little gap, and we need to squeeze the feather like this. You have to hold it every single time when you push it, or wrap it around the hook shank. And then we have it right here. I'm gonna grab it with my finger, and there we will lock that and securely lock it in with our thread with tight wraps around. And you will see this tiny gap in the middle of the fly. It's gonna be just okay when we wrap the wire. In the meanwhile, we'll snap off the tag ends and start to work with the legs. Get them to face backwards. As I said, there are many, actually few methods to tie this fly. Now we have to get these legs backwards, so I'm gonna kind of split them on the top, as you see, and get them to face both backwards and downwards to the hook bend or the hook gauge. There's always gonna be a couple of them, like one or two, which is not gonna fold. We'll just trim them away if they do not fold. And as you see, it's gonna be just fine. You have to work it like this, get them with your finger, and then you have them right here. This is how I tie this fly. There are, as I said, many other methods to try it. I haven't fished this fly that much myself, but the few times I did, I always had some fish nibbling on it and taking it. It's of course it's like a buggy little nymph, and I like it, and the fish seem to like it too. We take our legs like in this direction, facing downwards. Then you wrap our thread in the counter direction of the feather, and that's gonna seal the body of the fly, kind of bind the body. It's gonna be really strengthening the body of the fly. And one more wrap, and we will lock it in with our thread here. And yeah, I haven't, like I said, haven't been fishing this fly too much here in Iceland because there are like other patterns we are working on more, like pheasant tail and other nymphs, but this one is pretty much like a pheasant tail. It's made of the same material, and it's a great nymph in any way. So this is how it looks when I'm kind of done with it. And the legs are facing backwards. There are other methods to tie this fly, and so you can get the legs further, like straight back, more like in an even line and stuff, but if you do it like that, it's not going to be looking as buggy as this. That's why I decided to make this method. So we're going to just have to whip finish a couple of times and put some head cement or varnish on the or UV glue on the knot, and then we are good to go, set to go. I just want to say to you guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can consider to support the channel if you like. You will find all the information about that, plus the pattern of the fly, in the video's description. And you can visit my social media, follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And yeah, you're welcome to follow us there and keep up. I'm actually gonna place like a little coat of UV resin just on the back of the fly just to reinforce it. Then we'll bake it with our light. And I think we're done today. I just want to say thanks for watching. And we'll be seeing you guys in the next video.